Python programming language. Python identifiers. An identifier is a user-defined name to represent a variable, a function, a class, a module, or any other object. It is a programmable entity in Python, one with a name. It is a name given to the fundamental building blocks in a program. Python identifier naming rules. A Python identifier can be a combination of lowercase or uppercase letters, digits, or an underscore. These characters are valid. Lowercase letters, A to Z. Uppercase letters, A to Z. Digits, 0 to 9. Underscore. Some valid names are myvar. var3. This works too. An identifier cannot begin with a digit. Some valid names are underscore 9 lives. Lives 9. This is an invalid name. 9 lives. We cannot use special symbols in the identifier name. Some of these are: we cannot use a keyword as an identifier. Keywords are reserved names in Python, and using one of those as a name for an identifier will result in a syntax error. An identifier can be as long as you want. According to the docs, you can have an identifier of infinite length. However, the PEP 8 standard sets a rule that you should limit all lines to a maximum of 79 characters. Lexical definitions in Python identifiers. To sum those rules up lexically, we can say it has to begin with a letter or an underscore, letters, digits, or slash and underscores may follow. Anything from AZ and from AZ. Lowercase letters A to Z. Uppercase letters A to Z. Integers 0 to 9. Python identifier naming rules. While it's mandatory to follow the rules, it is also good to follow some recommended practices. Begin class names with an uppercase letter. Begin all other identifiers with a lowercase letter. Begin private identifiers with an underscore. Note that this doesn't make a variable private, but discourages the user from attempting to access it. Put underscore around names of magic methods. Use leading and trailing double underscores. Avoid doing this to anything else. Use leading double underscores only when dealing with mangling. Prefer using names longer than one character. Index equals 1 is better than I equals 1. Use underscores to combine words in an identifier, like in this as an identifier. Since Python is case sensitive, name and name are two different identifiers. Use camel case for naming. Testing the validity of identifiers in Python. While it is great to follow the rules and guidelines, we can test an identifier's validity just to be sure. For this, we make use of the keyword.isKeyword function. The keyword module lets us determine whether a string is a keyword. It has two functions. Keyword.isKeyword s. If s is a Python keyword, return true. Keyword.clist return a sequence holding all keywords the interpreter understands. This includes even those that are active only when certain future statements are in effect. isKeywords returns true if the string s is a reserved keyword. Else, it returns false. Let's import this module. Also, the str_is_identifier function will tell us if a string is a valid identifier. Reserved classes of Python identifiers. Some classes have special meanings, and to identify them, we use patterns of leading and trailing underscores. We use this identifier to store the result of the last evaluation in the interactive interpreter. This result is stored in the __built-in ___ module. Importing a module as from module import * does not import such private variables. These are system-defined names, by the interpreter. A class can implement operations to be invoked by special syntax using methods with special names. Consider this an attempt at operator overloading in a Pythonic fashion. One such special or magic method is __getItem___. Then, x, I, is equivalent to x, __getItem___, I. These are class private names. Within a class definition, the interpreter rewrites, mangles, such a name to avoid name clashes between the private attributes of base and derived classes.